Hello, my lovely friends. This is Vicky Adam, and once again, welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Last week, I went to visit my mausi, what you call aunt in English, but I feel comfortable when I call mausi. So, in this scenario, I would call mausi everywhere. So, last week, I went to visit my mausi. When I reached there, I knocked the door, and my mausi opened the door. And when she saw me, she was surprised. She was so happy to see me. She said, "Hey, Vicky, what a pleasant surprise." She warmly hugged me, and I greeted her. And she said, "Come on in, come on in, come on in." She took me inside, and she went to the kitchen and brought me a glass of water. I drank it, and Mossy said, "How are you, Vicky? What's going on? How is everyone in your family?" I said, "Everything is fine. They are very fine." And then she said, "Oh, I forgot to ask you. First, tell me, would you like to have some coffee or tea or something else?" I said, "No, Mossy, I don't like coffee. I always prefer tea over coffee. And if possible, bring me some snacks as well." Mossy said, "All right, I will be back shortly." She went to the kitchen and came back after a little while carrying a tray with 2 cups of tea and some aloo pakoda, any Indian snacks, with some chutney, and that too homemade. And I was like, "Oh, Mossy, you made my day. I love snacks, especially potato snacks made by you. And that too with chutney. Oh my God, you really made my day." Mossy said, "All right, you just enjoy your snacks." Then I asked, "Okay, Mossy, tell me, where are Rahul, Reena, and Preeti?" Mossy said, "They have gone to the playground to play. They will be back very soon." I said, "All right." I started eating my snacks. Then we sat and talked about what was going on in life. And she told me that everything was fine as usual. After some time, Preeti, Rahul, and Reena came back and they were surprised to see me. They say, "Vicky, you are here. I mean, all of a sudden you are here. How come?" I said, "I wanted to give you a surprise." Preeti said, "I liked your surprise." Mossy came and said, "Okay, children, you spend some good time together. In the meantime, I will make lunch." We said, "Okay." We went to another room, and there we watched a comedy movie. The movie was so hilarious that we kept laughing again and again during the movie. In the middle of the movie, after some time, Mossy came back into the room and said, "Children, come on, the food is ready." And we said, "All right." We paused the movie and went to the dining room to eat together. Then on the table, Mossy started serving the food. And when I saw, oh my God, there were a lot of food items on the table. They all were my favorite. Mossy made rice, kidney beans curry, it means rajma dal, and salad, and raita, and mixed veg curry, which is my favorite. And I was like, "Oh, Mossy, why did you bother making all these things?" She said, "You just enjoy your lunch." And as soon as I took one bite in my mouth, I said, "Wow, Mossy, it's so delicious. You know what I like." And I said, "Mossy, you are a better cook than my mom is." Mossy said, "No, Vicky, your mom is a great cook." Then my cousin and I went to the room and we resumed our movie. After movie, we played Ludo for a while and then we took a short nap. And after that short nap, we woke up and we planned to go outside for an evening walk. We went out together. On the way, we saw a street food vendor making noodles, momos, and spring rolls. And the smell was so tempting that our mouths started watering. We went to the stall and we placed our orders. We each ordered for half plate of momos, half plate of noodles, and half plate of spring rolls. They were delicious, but they were quite spicy. So we drank a lot of water afterward and started heading back home. On the way back home, we saw a fruit seller selling fruits at reasonable prices. So we bought 1 kilo of mangoes for 60 rupees and 1 kilo of apples for 50 rupees. When Mausi saw the fruits, she said, "Why did you buy this? I mean, if you wanted something, you could have told me. I would have gotten it for you." I said, "No, Mausi, this is from my side." Then we all had dinner together. We talked for a little while. Then we scrolled through our phones and finally we went to sleep. And that's it.